Wayne Gichie, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
You are looking
Yes,
amazing.
thank
46
you.
years young.
I'm 46 young, yes.
Vibing high. I've heard you're the raw vegan David Goggins.
That is what I've been hearing a lot.
And you've been...
And also the 𝒔𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒏 also.
Yeah, I see it. And you've been living on raw foods for, I think, about 13 years.
Yes, for actually 13 years going on 14.
Yeah, amazing. And you look really fit and so healthy. You're glowing.
Thank you.
So I can't wait to talk to you, hear your story. So take us back. What initially led you into raw foods and what happened?
It was more of a health issue. I had a lot of stomach issues and also my gallbladder was giving me problems. So I had to find something that's more of a natural way to heal myself instead of cutting out my gallbladder. So I went to raw. So I found out that from juicing and cleansing the body and also detoxing and doing water fasting, I actually healed myself. So I didn't have to remove my gallbladder.
And the doctor suggested that you remove it?
Yeah. I went to a herbalist doctor that told me that if I kept on eating the way I used to eat and drink alcohol, and eating processed foods, I would have to remove it. And then he showed me a graph and telling me my symptoms and then what was going on. So he said that if I don't cut out the process and cut out the animal products, I would have to take out the gallbladder.
I think this is pretty common because I do see a lot of people comment on the channel and say that they've had theirs removed or their doctor said they have had to have it removed. So now you have no gallbladder problems at all?
If I eat certain things that's too fatty, I may have issues.
No way.
But then with the raw, there's not much fatty stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Is not because I'm doing it because of trend or it's cool or something like that. I'm doing it more for my health because I have to eat. I have to eat the way I'm eating. Yeah. I can't eat any other things.
Like, it's a big difference anyway, though, right? Even if you could eat all those things, isn't it such a big difference in how you feel mentally and physically eating raw?
Of course. Your mind state is different and your health and your physical fitness is different. I have a lot more energy. My body is different because I was gaining weight because I couldn't break down the fats. Because, the gallbladder processed the fats, so everything was just back up. And then I started to bloat a lot and gain a lot of weight. So I was going up to like 220, 230 pounds. And I dropped at least like 50-something pounds or 60.
Wow.
So I went down to I'm actually 165 now.
Yeah. How do people know when they have gallbladder problems? Like, what's the test for that?
My symptoms were a lot of bloating because of the red wine. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. So
I heard, smoking
and the red
and alcohol.
wine and stuff. So under the processed food. So a lot of bloating and sharp pains over my shoulder and the back. And they radiate down here. So but it's like a stabbing feeling. It's like a jarring feeling. And then whenever you eat, stomach would swell. And then I couldn't break it down. And then I wasn't using the I wasn't using the bathroom. I couldn't poop or anything like that. I didn't maybe poop for like sometime weeks to pass. And I couldn't use a bowel. I couldn't use a toilet,
And that affects your moods, right? Like I know for me back in the day when I used to not have as regular bowel movements, now I do multiple times a day. But back in the day when I didn't, like the moods get really impacted by the backup in there.
Of course. So, through having that and the pain, I would be at night in the bed. I couldn't eat anything. And even when I do eat, I was eating the wrong foods. And then I just had to make a change. And when I started to juice and live on the juices, then I started to see a change. And the weight started to drop. And then my digestive system got a little better.
Wow. Okay. So take us through a day in the life of what you would eat before. And then what you started eating and how you knew what direction to take.
Man,
like what inspired you?
I was eating a lot of pork, steak, a lot of processed foods out of boxes, drinking soda, drinking a lot of alcohol, beer, Heinekens, drinking a lot of the sports drinks, like the Red Bull and the Monster drinks. I would smoke. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then just a very crappy lifestyle. A lot of junk food like the McDonald's and Burger King and all these things.
So a lot of acidic stuff.
Yeah, acidic stuff. So I wasn't really living a healthy lifestyle, So once I started going to juices and I started to see a change, I noticed that it was the foods that was giving me problems. The foods were poisoning me, So once I started to make a change and I noticed.
And you probably, like for me, I noticed such a massive difference when I started eating only raw food. Right. It was like something clicked and it's like, okay, this is how I'm really supposed to feel. Of course. All these years trying to chase this feeling with alcohol or different things. Like this is how you're really supposed to feel, right?
Of course.
Was it a big thing for you like that? And then how long did it take for all your symptoms to get better?
It took me a good 6 months to a year because the issue is that even though I was drinking the juices, I kept on drinking red wine. I was trying to find a healthy way to drink liquor.
It's hard to give up.
It's hard, man. It's a tough thing to give up. So I kept on drinking a red wine, and then I drank red wine one more time in 2013, and my stomach swole because that's a gallbladder. So the stomach swole up, and I was like, man, this is the last time I'm going to be drinking, man. After the pain was so bad that I was like, this is going to be the last time. I'm not going to drink anymore because at that time I felt like I was going to die. because the stomach was here and I felt it all in the side. And I'm like, nah, man. I said, if I'm going to feel like this, you know, I don't want to drink anymore, you know? So I just gave it up. I just stopped. And then that was the last time. In 2013 was the last time. So I'm 12 years sober.
That's incredible. See, because who knows where you'd be today if you didn't give up that lifestyle of like the pork, the alcohol, the smoking, all this stuff. Like, where would we be right now then in 2025?
I'd probably be dead.
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, I wouldn't have my gallbladder, and a lot of organs. My liver would probably be removed too. A lot of other things would messed up about me. And I'd probably be a lot of weight on me. And then probably on prescription pill.
So has it been worth it turning to the healthy side? Because a lot of people think, oh, life is short. I can't give, and it's hard to like let go of the alcohol and all those things, right?
It's hard, but my life is like I have a new life again. It's like the old me died off, and now I know I'm a new person now, you know? So it's hard to explain to some people because they don't really get it, but it's like, it's a different lifestyle from what I used to live. You know, I'm more aware now, you know, what I put in my body, and I read the labels and things, even though there's not much labels for me to read because I'm eating just plants. Just mostly all I eat is nuts and seeds and just greens and fruits, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't consume nothing else. And even if I wanted to consume something else, I can't because the fats and all the process. My body's going to tell me to stop because the stomach's going to give problems.
And have you tested and had any cooked food over all these years?
I went vegan, cooked vegan for a little bit, maybe for a year. And I was trying to try something else to see maybe I could have some cooked food. No way, man. Probably in a year, I started to put on weight and I started to feel just like I felt when I was eating the animal products. Because the vegan foods are processed. A lot of the vegan stuff in the boxes, like Beyond Burgers and stuff like that, is processed.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of sodium in it. And salt is my issue. I can't take in too much salt, especially processed. I start to get puffy and swollen. My ankles will swell.
Yeah, inflammation.
Yep.
So why do you think the raw food has this like magical effect on so many of us?
Yeah, because the raw food is living. And your body is living. So if you're eating something that's from a natural source that is living and electrical, your body is electrical. So it works along with your body. So your body breaks it down and you get all the nutrition that you need. The other food is processed. So if you put in those food in your body, it's not going to break down and it's going to give you problems. You may not do it right away, you know, but over time, you know, you'll give you problems.
And how has the quality of your life changed from committing to these healthy habits?
Change a big, huge change. It's like a completely different win. It's like people are like, damn, are you the same guy? It's a completely different. I used to go to clubs and just drink like almost every single day.
Every day, Wayne? Oh my God.
I was an alcoholic.
I was in the clubs a lot too. Bottle service in the clubs.
Alcoholic, man.
Me too. But how much better is life without alcohol, right?
I will never drink ever again in my life.
It's so toxic.
I've never had one sip. I'm 12 years sober. Not even a sip. Not even a smell of alcohol. I mean, I have a bottle at home that I keep just to remind myself. And I would have it there just to test myself out. And if I knew that I didn't drink it, then I know I passed the test.
You still have it there?
Of course I have it there.
Oh, I love it.
I have it there. I have it right in my cupboard. Just sitting there. It's probably like 20 years old bottle.
That's amazing. How long did you drink for? Like, how long would you say you were an alcoholic?
Have you drank alcoholic for a good 11, 12 years straight.
Yeah, that was like me.
Hardcore.
Me too.
Hardcore. I'll pass out. I throw up on myself.
Oh, no.
Dude, it was bad, man. It was bad. And then the thing when you're drinking, it makes you do things that you shouldn't do.
Yes,
it makes you to the dark places.
Dark places.
And it's things that I would never do. No.
Me too. You know, many things I did that I can't even say on here that are like, it's just what you put in you affects what you do in your thoughts in your life so much, right?
I was on close edge, man. I was on close calls on certain things. I almost lost my life a lot of times on alcohol.
Thank God you didn't.
Yeah, man.
Now here you are. Who would ever thought? Are you? So I'm guessing too, like your friends, your family, your circle, like if your life was so extreme like that, I'm guessing a lot of that changed.
Yeah, I'm pretty much, a lot of the friends I hang out with, we don't really hang out as much.
Yeah.
I mean, we still talk from time to time, but it's not the same anymore because a lot of those people that I used to hang out with, we were all drinking and hanging out. So if I'm changing and a lot of them are probably still doing the same thing or they're trying to change, but they still do the same, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah. And any inspiration or motivation or advice for somebody to get off alcohol? Because I know people who watch my channel do say like that's one thing they struggle to give up, like that glass of wine or that beer or
it's the inspiration to stop, to give that up. It's very difficult because I struggle with it. And I did it because of my mom passing. Remember, I lost my mom when I was 11. So I was dealing with that. So I was trying to find something inside of me, but instead I was looking more on the outside. So I thought that drinking liquor would give me, make me reach that point. So it takes away the shyness. it makes me like be kind of cool. I can hang out and just like be the fun of the party. But then there's a downside to it. You got to keep drinking. And if you want that hypeness, you got to keep drinking. So over time, you keep drinking, you want more and more and more and more until more becomes popping pills. So I was mixing pills with the alcohol. And that's what got me. That's the gallbladder and then the liver. Yeah, that's because if you're popping pills and drinking liquor, I mean, you could kill yourself.
And how you feel when you wake up the next day after all that? It's just like
dry. I'm dehydrated because the alcohol dehydrates you because alcohol is poison. So dehydrated, my mouth is dry, and there's sometimes I'll be passed off for 2 days. 2 days. Way. Yeah, I'm just laid off for 2 days.
Yeah.
Because I'm so dehydrated and just, I just can't move. I'm like, man, I can't do nothing. I'm just wasted.
But are you glad now that you had all these dark times because it led you to here?
Yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, there's sometimes you need to go through things in your life for you to make a change. And if I didn't go through that, then I wouldn't know. So that's why I can speak on experience. And a lot of things that I do is based on my experience because I've been through it, you see. So, yeah, I mean, that's just pretty much it. If I didn't go through those things of drinking and doing all these things, then I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Even though as a child, I'm always in drinking. I started drinking at 20 something. So I feel more like a little kid now. Like my childlike spirit is back. So I feel like I'm 11 again or 10 years old. Like I'm active. I can run around, climb, jump, roll. I'm like, oh man, I can do all these things still. I'm happy, man. I can do all these things still.
It's so much what we eat. I want to talk about fitness in a bit too, because you're so fit and you live such a healthy, I think fitness and physical activity is so important too.
Of course.
But just to rewind a little bit too, was there anybody who inspired you to go raw or anything that triggered it, and then anything that helped keep you on track? Because a lot of people just can't stick to it, right?
Yeah, it was Dan McDonald.
Oh, Dan, I interviewed Dan.
Yeah, from YouTube. I was, because usually when you're looking for something to find, to help you, I was looking more on the pharmaceutical side of things. So I was taking a lot of Xanax and Nexium.
Wow.
Because I had a lot of acid reflux and stuff like that. I was taking a lot of Xanax. So and then those things don't really help. It can put you in a bad mood. It gives you an upper and a downer. And my hair was falling out, nose bleed and stuff like that. So I was like, man, this doesn't look like it's working. Then I would smoke a lot of weed, you know what I'm saying? Because then it's like I couldn't deal with it. So I'm like, man, this is not working, man. It's like I feel like garbage. It's like I'm not getting better and I'm putting on weight. So I went on YouTube and I just looking up and I saw this guy just juicing. I'm like, this guy's just juicing? And then he said, just drink juice and exercise, you lose weight and you get your health back. I'm like, okay, that's worth a shot. I mean, because other stuff I'm doing is not working. So I had a little juice at home. I just started juicing carrots and beets. But in the beginning, I was mixing up everything together.
Yeah.
And it was too much mixes. But after a while, I got better at it. Just keep it more of a simple thing.
Yeah.
But I just started juicing, just watching what Danny is doing in the RV. Or I think he had an RV at the time. It was way back. I just started juicing and drinking the juice. And then the weight started to fall off. And I started to feel, oh man, I feel like this is working. And I started to exercise a lot more because there was a moment when I wasn't doing anything. I was just in the house. I was depressed. I was stressed out. I had a lot of anxiety. So I wouldn't go outside. I would just be in the house, just smoking weed and taking Xanax and gaining weight.
Wow.
And then for somebody that was active from before and I wasn't active again, I started to get stress, oh man, why am I not doing things I used to do? Because of the food I'm eating and the lifestyle I was living. So it was weighing down on my body and weighing down on the brain. So once I figured that out, I started to clean the body out. Everything came back around. And that's just from just watching Dan videos. He's the first person that I saw more consistently doing the juices, man.
Yeah. And did you do a juice cleanse or you just were juicing and eating raw food?
I was just drinking the juice alone. And that's it. I was just drinking just the juices and that's it. And just exercising.
No way.
Yeah.
And then you noticed a big difference.
Massive change. Massive.
I love it.
I mean, it's like night and day. It's like it's a massive difference. Your mood, your body changes, and also your energy level goes back up. It's like you feel like you're a child again. You're like childlike spirit. And I felt that spirit that I lost it because of the drugs and the prescription and then all of the bad foods I was eating. So I lost all that. So to gain it back and know the reason how I did it is amazing. And there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it.
It's funny because we think those things are helping us, just escape the moment or escape things or feel good. But they all have consequences and make things worse.
Of course. I mean, I thought the liquor, the alcohol drinking, it made me loose and be more social, make me be more social, or make me be more social in a social event or environment. But really, it doesn't, it really takes away from you. it actually sucks the energy, you know? So.
And you've been on this journey for a long time, like a long time.
For 12 years now.
Yeah.
For 13 years going on 14.
Which is a while. So if you were to start over, knowing everything you know about health and everything you've learned, is there anything you'd do differently?
You mean like as far as being raw?
Yeah, like if you were starting over right now, you'd do everything the same way you've done?
I do it exactly the same way. The only thing that I wouldn't do is go back to cooked foods, like to, do like vegan food and stuff, because I know that doesn't help me. My body reacts better to raw foods. Like I'm more healthier being raw. If I do any other thing, even cook food on the stove, a bloat, and my energy level will fall down.
Yeah, and you have zero bloating now.
Yeah, zero bloat. I mean, if I eat too much nuts, I may see probably some bloating. And if I eat like maybe too much of the avocados, I can see some bloating too. But if I eat too much of it, you know what I'm saying? So also with the raw food, there's sometimes you feel like you need to drink a lot of smoothies, or drink, but sometimes you can overdo it too. So you have to know, you have to know that you just need a little bit. You don't need to just a little handful a day, you know?
Any tips for controlling that? Because some of us just overeat.
I would do mason jars, small mason jars, maybe like a 16 ounce or something like that. And once you have that, you stop. Then you have some nuts along the way. You know, like I said, I don't really eat too much throughout the day. I just drink more juices, more of the coconut water and stuff like that, and most of the green juices and stuff like that,
Yeah. So what does a day look like? Do you do any intermittent fasting or fasting? And then take us through what you
usually start eating like around like 12 noon, 1. So when I exercise, I exercise every morning. The first thing I do is to get fresh air, and I earth myself. I take off my shoes, I do breath work, and I do like meditation, and I start off my day like that. That's the first thing I do. I don't drink water or nothing. I go out into the sun and exercise.
Wow.
And I take off my shirt and I just breathe air and just get the nature. And then around like 12, 1, and then I start to drink. And then I start to hydrate back up. So I don't have anything in early. I don't like start off with like some juices first or nothing. I always exercise an empty stomach.
That's what Yucky, when I had Yucky on, he said that too.
Oh, really?
He always exercises in a fasted state too.
Fasted, exactly.
Yeah, he said to always do that.
Exactly. So, and then with the earth and everything, breathing and getting the sunlight, I see a big change in that too for myself. You need the sunlight. You need to breathe fresh air. Yeah, it makes a difference. It's actually good for your health.
Yeah, it's a big difference. It's not just the food, right?
No, I would recommend to do both of them. It's like a combination of both. It's a combination of doing the raw and also getting in the nature, getting the sunlight and the fresh air, and also sticking your foot in the ground.
Yeah, it's important because we're like electrical beings, right?
It's just like the food is electrical and the sun creates the food. You're like a tree that's walking. So you need the energy from the sun and also the environment. Because that will make you heal quickly too. Like all your joint pains and stuff will heal quickly once you start to earth. Because all of the electrons from the ground and all of the atmosphere and the air you're breathing is also healing your body. Because the body is capable of healing itself too. Yeah. So.
Well, I love how you do all that. That's important too. And then so you usually you eat after around 1, right? Or you start juicing then? And then what else in a day? Like some fruit and salad?
I gotta think. I'm going to remember. Because usually, like for me, once I'm breathing the air and I'm getting the fresh air in, there's sometimes I'm not so hungry. So I try not to force myself to eat unless I feel like I want to.
Yeah.
And then I do. So along the way, I may have like a little salad here.
Yeah.
I may have like a green juice. I may eat a watermelon, like cut the watermelon and eat it with a spoon. And that's it. And then, and then there's some nuts and seeds, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Some people may say it's boring. Like, oh, look, man, that's boring, man. There's nothing that I can say. It's like, that's just what I do. Because like I said, when you take it in the fresh air and the natural elements, that's also your food.
Yeah.
Just like the sunlight and everything create the food, like from the ground.
Yeah.
You are like pretty much the same because you are from nature.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't understand that. So,
yeah. And I don't think you take supplements, right? Or I know I've seen you say that before, probably because you don't think they're really from nature, right?
I don't do. All my minerals and vitamins come from the sunlight and from the foods I'm eating that the sun prepared. I don't take no pills or bottles or nothing like that. I don't take nothing. No Advil, no Tylenol. I haven't taken no Tylenol and Advil in over 14, 15 years. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
So every pain that I feel, because it's self-inflicted, because I'm working out. So muscle sore, knee sore, give me like a day, heal. The next day I'm doing the same thing. That's why I so consistently can work out. I work out every single day. Pull-ups, push-ups, kicking, punching, doing all these things. And sometimes I go high intensity, sometimes I go low. but it's every single day. But the reason why...
every day? You work out every single day?
Every single day.
Wow. So take us through the routine. Do you go to the gym or do you do this like calisthenics style?
I do the calisthenics and I do a lot of like jump rope and running in the grass barefooted, like earthing and stuff like that. But it's more of like something that I feel. So there's no gym. I just go to the park and I have my music there. And I don't force myself. I don't like put stress on myself. I just like go with the feeling. Like, oh, you know, man, I feel like dancing. Put some music on, just start dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it, man. And then I feel like, you know what, man, I feel like kicking. And then I do some kicks. I feel like doing some flips. I do some flips.
Well, it's working for you.
Yeah, of course. And then I feel like I want some pull-ups. Some pull-ups. I want some push-ups. So it's not, I don't plan anything. I just go with the feeling. Because all a feeling. And when you do that, you don't stress yourself. I start off real slow, warm up a little bit. You know, I don't go to inside gyms or not like that because
it's so boring, right?
It's boring, and then there's people are showing off and everything like that. I showing off. And people dressing up, and I just have a no shirt on, just some shorts, and then I just go work out.
And you feel better when you're doing it outside.
The best workout is in nature because the sun.
Mm-hmm.
That sun is a natural sauna.
Mm-hmm. It just does something for you.
You sweat, and you sweat in there. You know, you sweat, and you feel good. And sometimes when I'm in a good mood and I feel an energy. And I feel myself, I can go like 3-4 hours, man.
Wow. And have you ever fallen off with working out or you're just always on track?
Never.
Any advice to keep us on track? Like what? Never?
You got to stay consistent, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be disciplined with consistency.
Yeah, I want to ask you too. Okay, so for a lot of people too with the food, having the discipline is so hard to give up, like fast food, processed food, these things that are so addictive. So any more tips? Like how do you stay so disciplined? With every area of your life, because you're very disciplined. To me, that's the key to success, having that discipline in life.
For me, it's a lifestyle. And for me, I remember what I used to be and what I don't want to be anymore. So that's my discipline. That's my consistency to not be that person again and don't fall off track. So I make sure that I prepare my food in hand. My fridge is full of fruits and vegetables. Buy the foods you're going to consume. Don't go buy a donut at McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Put it in your fridge because that's what you're going to eat. So you have to prepare yourself in advance and have the foods that you need in the fridge. You see?
So true. Preparation is the key.
Yeah, of course. If you're going to have like burgers and fries, and you can be eating burgers and fries, man. You know
it's true. So
you have to have the right foods that you're going to consume.
Yeah.
And that's it. And also know that it's a lifestyle and I'm doing it for my life, for my health. And I feel good doing it. So I want to keep this good feeling for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And what you do now at 46, like 46, 47, 48, towards your 50s, that's going to be the life you live in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, right? Everything we do now affects our life, right?
Of course. Of course. So it's just a lifestyle. Like I said, man, it's a lifestyle. And it just all depends on what you want out of it. You know, it's a quality of my life. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And you're living a high quality life.
I try, man. I try my best every single day. And also it's a fight. There's sometimes a little bit of fight though, you know, because it's a mental fight because it's you versus you at the end of the day. So sometimes you may get up, you're like, man, I don't really feel like I want to do this. And then I said, you know what, man, I'm going to do it anyway. Because that's me inside of myself telling me not to. And I know if I don't do it now, I won't do it tomorrow. Then I'm not going to do it the next day. So I condition my mind to do it every single day, even if it's for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, some push-ups, you know, some meditation, you know, even if it's for 10 minutes, man, because the consistency will continue to have you going forward and forward because movement is healing. So the more you move is the more movement you're going to have. The less you move is the less movement you're going to have.
Movement is so healing.
Of course.
Like it's unbelievable. When both my parents passed away, like right around the time before they were about to, it was really hard to deal with. So I started walking in Canada and my mom's like 30,000 steps a day.
Right.
What a massive difference in how I felt and like my confidence, the strength in my body. Like it does so much rather than because she was sleeping a lot. So I was like, I have to do something. I can't just sit here and feel like I'm going to break down all the time. It's such a difference just to get up and get moving, right?
So you were taking care of her?
I was in Canada taking care of her. And then so she, right near the end, she was sleeping a lot, right? I was having a really hard time dealing with it.
Right.
But then I got moving. So she lives in like a beautiful forest setting she lived in Canada.
Wow.
So I just started walking. I started doing like 30,000 steps a day. And people were like, this is nuts, Gillian. This is way too much. But I never felt better.
Yeah. When people say it's nuts, that means it's good.
Good. Well said.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, when they say, oh man, you're crazy. What are you doing? It's good.
You're onto something.
Go the opposite direction, man. You will find your health there and you'll find wealth there.
That's a fact.
If you keep following everybody else, you can go down the drain, man.
Exactly.
Because everybody seems to be doing the same thing and it's not working.
Yeah. It's very true.
It's not working, man.
No, the world's a mess.
Of course it's a mess. Everybody's eating the same foods.
Yeah.
And having the same problems.
It's a mess these days, eh?
Of course.
Aren't you so glad you gave it all up?
I'm actually happy for myself that I gave it. I'm actually ecstatic.
And what's your favorite part about being raw?
The energy level.
Yeah, me too.
And being in tune with my inner self. It makes me connect more to my inner self. You know, it's like more of a spiritual kind of thing, which is kind of hard to explain, you know, but it's something where it's like a vibrational thing that it's difficult, but it's like a happy feeling all the time. Like you feel like you're walking in sunshine every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I won't trade it for nothing. There's no money you can give me, nothing. If you say, man, I give you $1 million if you just eat some pork and drink some alcohol and do all this, I said, nope. Because I know that my health is my wealth. And I can keep traveling as much as I want. It's infinite what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
And that's an abundant life, you know?
That's
the most abundant life.
Of course.
Like feeling your best. That means more than anything.
Of course.
Yeah. And okay, like I said before, you've learned so much. So say you could only leave behind like 3 pieces of information with health. What are the biggest 3 things you would want to leave behind or that you've learned about health?
One of the biggest things is to stay consistent. I mean, that's one of the biggest. If you're not consistent, it's not going to work. And this goes for anything you're doing. If you're not, say you're going to try something, but you want to do it for a week, and it's not working. Of course, because you only did it for a week. There's sometimes you got to go months for you to see. It took me 6 months for me to see a change. Now, if I gave up, which I did kind of give up in the beginning, I went 2 weeks, but I was juicing too many things. So I got acid reflux from just juicing broccoli and everything. I'm putting all the vegetables in one blender and drinking it. I wasn't just taking like apples and celery, you know, keep it simple, right? And that's the best way to do it. I was mixing up too many things. So a little bit of acid reflux. I was like, oh, I don't think this is working. And I watched more of that in videos and they say to keep it simple. Just keep it simple, you know, carrot and apples and ginger, you know, okay. I kept it simple. I noticed that my stomach started to feel better and it started to work and I kept on going. And it took me 6 months and I saw a change. And then to a year, I just like sailing. I was cruising along, you know?
See, because a lot of people would have given up if they were like, it's not working fast enough. And you don't know, right? You think maybe this is harming me if you start having bad symptoms.
Exactly. Usually in a week or so people will give up. It's a consistency to keep on pushing forward and never giving up. And you should never give up. You know, if you're going to give something a try, sometimes it's going to take a little while. It's not going to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? Things can take a little while to
Good things
develop.
Take time.
Of course, of course. I mean, especially with your podcasting, it didn't happen overnight.
True, no.
Exactly.
It took me 4 years to get to 100,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
So people have to hang in there, be patient.
You have to hang in there. Even my raw food, the way I'm eating now, it took me a while. It took me a journey just to get to where I'm at now. You know, where I can speak about it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And have you done any other cleanses? Like any other?
I did a water fasting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much water because most of my raw food lifestyle is just all juices.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
that's why you're glowing so much.
I mean, there's no way I can say, yeah, I did apple juice fast. I did a coconut fasting, which I just drink coconut water.
Oh, I did that before when I lived in Costa Rica. That was I loved it.
Cool,
yeah,
cool. Yeah, you know the coconut water, and I don't consume a lot of water now. I drink more like the coconut water. I get all my water from the fruits. But every once in a while, I may have a little bit of water, but I don't consume so much water now because I don't really need it.
Okay. You know? Any foods you stay away from?
Maybe the avocado. I try to eat too much of it because of it's fats, you know. So I may have like 1 avocado every once in a while, you know, maybe 2 pushing it because I can feel it. Like I said, that gallbladder, and I didn't cut it out, but I know a lot of people that cut their gallbladder out.
Me too.
You know, so, and that's from the drinking. And, you know, so that affect everything. So.
Well, you saved it. Good job.
Well, yeah. The guy was like, if you go to the hospital and tell him that up here is paining you with the sharp pains, they're going to want to remove your gallbladder. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, you got to change the way you eat. You got to eat more greens, you know, and eat more veggies and fruits. Maybe a little fish here and there. You know, so.
Well, some people just think like we can't live without the meat. It's not right. And so how do you, because you used to eat a lot of meat, right? You were pretty meat-based, I would say. So how do you feel like you thrive long-term without it?
When it comes to the meats, it was something more that I thought that I needed. It wasn't something that I really craved. I thought that I needed it because of the protein, the whole protein thing, you know? So I was just eating it because it was like everybody else is doing it, you know? So to cut out meat was kind of easy for me. You know,
Good.
so yeah, it was easy for me because
it's working. Like so.
Oh, of course, it's working. It's very. I still keep my muscle. I still keep my strength. You know, everything is intact.
And you feel strong when you're working out?
Of course, I feel strong. Pull-ups, push-ups, dips, everything.
Any health problems all these years, Raw?
No.
See, I would have got a lot.
I mean, I'm like thinking about it. Like, man, is there anything wrong with me? No.
See, and I bet you would have had a way different answer if it was the same diet as the pork and stuff all these years.
Yeah,
that's
high blood pressure, diabetes, gout. You know.
Yeah,
so,
these are all things my dad had, and he had a really high meat lifestyle. A lot of meat, a lot of alcohol, a lot of lack of moving.
Of course, and I know a lot of people.
And I miss him. Now he's not here, you know?
I know a lot of people who's on that too. They have diabetes, they have high blood pressure, and they're taking pills for it.
Mm-hmm.
And,
a lot.
And insulin.
Yeah, it's a lot of problems going on these days.
Yeah, but, you know, it to me, it's a common sense thing, because if you can, at the point that I'm at now, I can sit back and look and see everybody is doing the same thing and end up with the same issues. That means that it has to be something that they're putting into the body, because what you put in is what you get out.
I know.
And what you put out is what you get back. So it has to be something that they're putting in. So it's obvious it's the processed foods that they're eating and the animal products.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not because, oh, you're old, man. Oh, you're 46, man. You cancer, diabetes, man. Because you get a heart attack, dude. You're 46 now.
I know.
Yeah, you get a heart attack when you eat an animal product and clog up your arteries.
Yeah.
You know? So it's something that we're eating, man, and it's pretty obvious.
I agree.
It's a food we're eating.
It's a lot of craziness these days. I hope it changes. And I'm sorry, you mentioned earlier you lost your mom when you were only 11.
I was right? 10 going on 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And I think when trauma happens to us, a lot of us, like my dad had a really traumatic childhood.
Right.
I think then a lot of us turn to the stuff like the alcohol or even in our adulthood, we can experience traumas and stuff that make us want to get drinking or doing things. Yeah. Any advice for like not going down that path at all? Like working through those traumas and just heading...
when that happened to me, I never dealt with it inside. I never had anybody to speak to. You know, like could sit down and say, hey, man, I know your mom passed away, you know, how you feel? And I never had that. So all my life I went through, you know, thinking I was okay until I found the alcohol. And then I was kind of like pushing it to the limits. And there was a reason why I was drinking like that. You know, obviously I do it to get women and all these things, but it's just the way I was behaving and stuff like that. It was coming from because my mom passing. I didn't know how to deal with it. And my brother was doing the same thing too, because he saw me doing it. So he started to follow. And then we thought that was it. You know, just drinking and partying until you start putting on weight and you start feeling pains all over and then looking sloppy and sick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the best way to not end up like that is to find a mentorship, like somebody that can sit down and, you know, just have a talk with you. Because even though my dad, you know, came for me and get me and everything like that, he never really did sit down and explain things and say, you know, I know your mom passed away, you know, how are you dealing with it? I never really had anybody to talk to. So when you don't have nobody to talk to and you feel everything is okay, and you go through your whole life like that, you start picking up drugs. You're picking up drugs and alcohol and all these things, you know? You try to look for a way out. Because you're dealing with it, you're dealing with it on the inside, but you're just not showing it though. You're not really showing it. You can't hold it in, you know? And that's my thing. I like to hold things in. So I found the bottle.
I found the bottle.
I found the bottle, man. And the bottle didn't help. The bottle almost killed me.
I know. What does it do that's positive? Like nothing really. It doesn't.
There is no health benefits in alcohol.
No,
zero health benefits.
Not even in a small amount, right? Like sometimes they act like a glass a day.
Just in moderation, in moderation, zero. I'm not touching that ever again.
No, good.
No, it's poison,
I'm glad.
That's poison. That's poison, man. So, yeah. The things they put in will always manifest. What they put in is going to manifest. Put in alcohol is going to manifest into something. You put the junk food is going to manifest into something. When you're speaking, it's going to manifest. Everything manifests. It all depends on what it turns into. You turn to cancer, diabetes, you know. You turn to a heart attack. This all depends. If you're continually doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to end up into problems. It just depends on what you're doing. Is it positive or negative? So, you know, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that though. So they keep on beating themselves up. I mean, I did the same thing. You did the same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like a fight with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's you versus you at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
wow. Well, inspiring. Okay.
Thank you.
Couple of your favorite books and favorite quote.
I would say more of a Bruce Lee's my thing, like the Tao of Jeet Kune Do. Bruce's fighting method books.
Cool.
My favorite quote, I would say maybe don't you don't think, you feel, you just be like water because water flows. So when you just let things just flow, you find yourself more than just being stagnant. So you must keep on moving, and that's the whole quote about it, is that water will always keep flowing. And that's the movement. And once you stop flowing, then you like stagnant water, you just dry up. So you want to always keep moving. Even if your back is hurting you or your knees are hurting you, you're going to keep moving because that's where the healing is. So just like stagnant water, just sitting there is going to dry up. So you got to keep moving. So it was more like being like water.
I love that. Well said.
Right.
Yeah, you're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was incredible. Well, thank you for coming on.
I appreciate it. I appreciate for you to having me.
Yeah, no, we've loved it. And let everybody know where they can find you too. And I'll link it down below.
Wayne Gichie. If you just search me online, you find me. WAYNEGICHIE. You find my Instagram and my YouTube and my Facebook too. So, I mean, that's pretty much, that is where you mostly find me. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you want to find me, it's not just going to be at Wayne Gichie. Because everything is linked in my name.
Yeah, okay, awesome. I'll put everything down below. And keep up the good work. Keep up the good work on yourself, and you're inspiring other people from it too.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, thank you.
Same.
Yeah, put everything down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll put 2 other great ones on the screen right now, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.